Hey Laura, this is me again, recording another video for you, and I'm not really sure why I'm recording this one. This is more private, I guess, not really YouTube material, and I'm probably not going to send it to you. But I don't know, I texted you a couple days ago, and you told me that your grandfather died, and I felt bad, and I felt like I was bothering you all of a sudden, and I know that can be really hard. I don't know what you're going through or anything, and I don't want to make any assumptions, but I know whenever I'm having a rough go of it, whatever the situation might be, it always makes me feel better to commiserate with people. So I just remembered when my grandfather died, when one of my grandfathers died. I have 3 grandfathers actually, and 5 grandmothers. There's a whole lot that went into making this, but and I'm sorry, that's horrible. I don't mean to make light, of course, of it. But one of my grandfathers died when I was pretty young, and my big memory of when he was dying, because he had 2 heart attacks, and the second heart attack happened like it put him in the hospital, and they said he pretty much wasn't going to come out, so a lot of the family was just sort of paying their last dues, like visiting him, etc., and they weren't really sure what to do with me. I was like 10, 9 at the time, and I had a couple younger siblings, and they were like, no, they don't need to come in, but maybe Derek would be interested. But they kind of tried to make it seem cool to me as a child, and they were, because he would be in a hospital gown, they're like, oh, you'll see his butt, you'll see Pop's butt, and that was supposed to be like somehow that diminutive version of my grandfather would endear him to me in a way. So I was all excited. I couldn't wait. I got in the car. We were going to, dinner. Then we went to the hospital to visit him. But somewhere along the line, like after dinner, I fell asleep in the car, and my family was like, they were going to see my grandfather. He was very ill, and I'm sleeping peacefully in the car. I guess they were inspired not to wake me up, so they left me in there. And they came back. I don't. My next memory was the next day, and I was irate. I was like, I wanted to see Pop's butt, and back when I was little, when I thought butts were cool, when I thought so many other things were cool, but butts in particular, and it happened that later that day he died actually, so I didn't get to see him, and but it's kind of that's, I was little, it doesn't really matter to me, somebody texted me on her. All right, because this is my phone, of course. Everything is on my phone, and that's my memory of his passing. But my big lasting memory of him was I had like a family thing when I was in elementary school, this silly thing, where your family comes, and when you're little, it matters a lot, and you don't realize how much it matters, except when you're disappointed. And my my mother and my father didn't show up, but my pop did. He was the only one who came on family day, in like 3rd grade or whatever. If I was my dad, I wouldn't have cared. I don't blame him for not coming, but for me, it mattered a whole lot. And I remember I gave him I don't remember exactly what it was. It might have been a shamrock or something like that. He took something from me. It's like a commemorative thing. I don't know, whatever. And that lasted. Like, that memory was it. That was that. He was that memory for me. He was like the grandpa who showed up when nobody else did, even though he was also like a racist curmudgeon, who didn't exactly lead a healthy or happy lifestyle. But regardless, we remember the ones we love the way we choose. But all of this really, talking to you obviously made me think a little bit about it, but My grandmother, I had dinner with her yesterday. Of course, it's my schedule. Nothing. Nothing. Dinner with grandma. Nothing. Sleep late. That's what my week looks like. And so I'm with her, and she's explaining to me that she's going through her drawers in her basement, and she finds this whole drawer that she didn't even realize when my grandfather had his first heart attack that took him away from work. He hadn't retired yet. He was actually a week from retirement, strangely, sadly enough. They took the contents of his desk and gave it to my grandmother, and she put it in that drawer in her basement and hadn't opened it since. She never looked at it. So she was telling me what she found in there, and one of the things she found was that stupid shamrock thing that I gave to my grandpa on that day when he came to see my school, and that, that made me feel really, like, I don't know, made me feel really sad and miss my grandpa, but it also made me miss, like, the idea that that situation kind of made me think of, like, when it's almost like when you take something that's really ridiculous, something that doesn't make any sense, it's haphazard or awkward or something, and you celebrate it, like a stupid little macaroni drawing or something like that, just makes me feel very sentimental. And I mean, I don't know what the relationship you had with your grandfather was like, and I hope it wasn't traumatic. I hope it wasn't. I hope I'm not upsetting you or anything. Not that I'm probably not going to send you this video, but I don't know. That was just my grandfather experience. My other grandfather worked for the NSA, and I saw his retirement like 7 years ago at the CIA headquarters. So he's going to be around forever. I think he'll be around for a while. He's a killer. But my other grandfather, he passed away a while ago. But I hope everything in your life is alright. I know it can't always be easy.